Shots 20-16 in favor of the All Blacks after 2 periods. As Johnson and Berube going to take this all-important first face-off in the third. The 2 goals by Mike Johnson, the difference right now in a 2-0 game. Rajan takes the offensive zone, taken away by Grandstaff up to Ballantyne. Ballantyne gets around the defender. Fires into the middle. Oh, intercepted by Kevin Eisen. That's well done. And nope, no high stick either way. That's probably a safe call.
Safe call. It didn't really seem that challenging to me.
Yeah, and if you call one, you almost have to call the other. This one Grandstaff is going to chase down.
Puck buddies need to press more to get that first goal in the first few minutes to make this game a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it is a 2-goal game, but as long as that 0 is on the board, it's a little bit of a nerve-wracking 2-goal game, don't you think?
Yeah. From what I've seen so far, Puck buddies really shouldn't be in this game still. It should be 3, 4, even 5-0 at this point. 2
big saves coming up by Lee Margolis there off of Jake Berube's rifles from the right slot. This one played to the middle. Liberté going to try and get around Payne. Does so. Played up by Grandstaff, but it'll come back for icing. And that's going to be a penalty because it's 2-0.
And here's where it gets interesting.
This is a rule we have because of the running clock, and I think it's a good compromise to a running clock, mind you. In the third period, if you're too far ahead, you cannot ice, or it counts as a delay of game.
I fully agree with this call, and hey, it definitely makes things interesting, especially in this situation where the team's down by 2 and hasn't scored yet.
All right. First power play for the Puck Buddies. All Blacks are 0 for 2 on the extra man. This one loose, and it gets away. Chase down.
I mean, prior to the penalty, I was going to say if the All Blacks can go for 1 more goal, then that would almost put this game away.
Yeah, especially with the size of this rink, 3-goal lead late in the third, you got to think that's pretty safe. Liberté, he's going to prevent anyone from getting a shot here.
Playing a high-risk maneuver here, holding down the puck when your defensive end on the penalty kill.
Well, he couldn't quite get around Berube, and that shows with the steal. There's a fire, gets through. No, does not get through anybody, and it is cleared by Anderson. Eisen up to Berube. Can't get around La Liberté. Rajan providing some token defending there, or forechecking, but it's cleared again.
About 1 minute left on the power play for Puck.
There's a shot by Berube, and it's saved. 3 shots without reply so far for the Puck Buddies, as the sense of urgency must be kicking in right now. You look at Rajan in the back trying to keep Anderson from getting it cleared. Didn't quite work, but it's good that he... you can see they really want this first goal in this third period to make it a 1-goal game.
The clock's definitely not in their favor at this point.
Absolutely. Up to Payne.
The nerve-wracking is also paying off where it's showing on their power play. They're very inconsistent, and they're not really making coherent passes. Yeah,
there's no real game plan here. And Gazal wisely just throws this one to the other end. 20 seconds. Chased down by, I believe that's O'Shea, chasing it down.
Then again, I don't think Puck Buddies know how to play from behind too often.
Well, they don't have to most of the time.
So this is definitely a learning experience for them.
Johnson with a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Are you kidding me? To Nardi, the shot. Oh, he passed it back and couldn't quite get it on target. And there's the full-strength whistle. Lawler coming back on now in place of Grandstaff. Only 1 shot on goal for the Puck Buddies in that power play, and they nearly gave up a shorthanded goal that would have killed it.
I know he wanted Johnson to get that hat trick, but he should have been a bit more greedy on that.
Yeah, Nardi had the shot better. Now Berube the other way, 1-on-1. Cuts inside of Chatham. There's the play. But he's pushed too far wide and misses the target. Great recovery both by the defender Chatham and the goalie Margolis on that one. Now Johnson finding to get away from Rajan. It's behind the curtain, so our camera can't quite see what's going on here.
You have a better view than I do at this point.
Yeah, I'm working with my eyes at this point here, which a lot of people say I should be doing more often. Now Johnson does clear it, through Nardi, through Doe, up to Lawler.
Are they going to call offsides or no?
No, there's no icing on that one. Doe could have played it. And if you want to argue anything, the All Blacks did maintain the zone, so the hybrid would say no. Nardi now, can't get it past Doe. Looks this one up, around the boards. Berube going to try and race to it. Johnson is there, lays it off. There's a shot, blocked by Van. He's going to try a second time, saved by Margolis. shots for the Puck Buddies, none for the All Blacks, but I think they'll take it the way things are going right now.
The pace is clearly picked up. It's becoming a bit more frantic out there. I see the sense of urgency with the Puck Buddies, and they're starting to play.
That one did not stay in. Rapolsky not quite able to keep it in, so Grandstaff gets a free walk up here.
What I want to finish off with is the Puck Buddies are starting to play a bit sloppy.
Yeah, not their best effort from the defending champions here. And their winning streak is definitely in jeopardy here.
What is their current regular season winning streak?
Regular season win streak. Well, it's hard to say. I think if you go by regular season regulation win streak, it's on 16. 2 quick shots, 2 quick saves. Shots now 4-2. Their overall winning streak, though, if you include playoffs now, stands at 13. So either way, they have been on a roll.
Well, that's all we'll say about the win streak right now, and we'll just continue to focus on the game and delve into that once it gets closer.
Now the question is, could we have seen this coming from last week's game where they were frustrated by the Funk Masters, had to take a shootout win after a 1-1 tie?
That could be the case, but it's better to hit a rough patch during the regular season than when it counts in the playoffs.
Absolutely. And you're going to see that theme a lot as we go forward here in Pro Day. This one kept in by Anderson. He's got a chance. It has to play it back to La Liberté. 8:40 left in the game. This one controlled by Valentine. Pass to the center to Anderson. His shot is slowed down by O'Shea and will result in a save.
What I don't like seeing from the Puck Buddies is that most of their forwards fail the back check.
Yeah, they're looking for the counterattack. They've got players who sit on the center line hoping that it gets cleared to them rather than helping out on defense.
That's creating too many odd man rushes for All Blacks.
Yep.
And that's leaving, again, their biggest weakness is their defense. And I haven't really seen an aggressive defense, especially as the clock starts to get back.
Oh, Grandstaff did just enough to slow the ball down and make an offside. It's the little things really that are sinking in now for the All Blacks that are making it work.
Correct. They don't have to score, but they're doing everything they can to get the puck into the offensive zone and just kill the clock.
Exactly. They know time's on their side at this point. And Valentine clears this one away. Keith is going to be the first one to it. Gets around Doe. Not sure what he was going for there, a shot or a pass, but it didn't find anyone. Now Valentine's shot is from too narrow an angle and misses.
Also, another thing that the All Blacks are doing is they're using the space. They've done that all game, and using the space and just essentially thinning out Puck Buddies has worked to their advantage as well.
It has, yeah. But let's be honest here. You know, take the first minute out, and this has been an even game. I realize you can't do that. You know, they all count, and the 2 goals count, but you know, after that flurry, really neither team has shown that they're better than the other.
Correct. Well, that's another surprising factor. However, I would give a slight edge to the All Blacks at this point from what I've seen.
Yeah. Hey, remember how I said 2 goals wasn't going to win this game? I might be wrong. We had no idea that there was going to be this defensive effort here.
Well, that remains to be seen if that's going to be the final score. I think Puck Buddies might pull their goalie if it gets desperate enough.
That's true, and that might make it 3. Now Valentine looking to play it up to Keith. Gets a little hot, too much air under it. Casal and Eisen racing to it. Controlled by the Puck Buddies in the offensive zone. Knocked away by Keith. Eisen to try again right beneath us. Up and over to O'Shea. Through the referee to Grandstaff. Oh, fakes out 1 player, but not 2. Now Van has to try and clear it. Can't do it. Here comes a shot. That's blocked by Grandstaff. Valentine clears it out of the zone, and the Puck Buddies, they're running out of time here. Only about 6 minutes left. Up the side. And that's tipped away by Grandstaff to prevent a shot on goal. Just able to get enough of it, but a dangerous play because tipped the wrong way and it's in. In the corner we go, and there's going to be something called here.
Could be a boarding call, interference call, what do we have? But it doesn't look good for Puck Buddies.
Or, well, let's see what the call is here. Somebody must have called a time. Can you call a timeout during a live ball?
I don't know. We might need an explanation from the refs as to what happened here.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the referee's attention up here. Refs, can we get some word? What the heck just happened there?
The door up there opened up.
I see. We can't see that from where we are. Our camera, we're sort of parallel with that wall, but a door opened down there, popped open, so we're doing a little maintenance here.
All right, could be worse.
Yeah.
I bet no one was injured.
It's kind of fun when you see, in the NHL, somebody gets checked through the board or through the glass, or misses and goes through it. We have the Mike Green reference necessary here.
Oh, that GIF is hilarious.
It is.
My top 5 for this week. Even though it happened last week. What happened?
Now La Liberté going to try and play this up the boards to Johnson. Gets through him to Rajan. They've got possession along the near ball. It's kind of hard for us to see what's going on here. Now La Liberté up the side. Gets this one away. No, kept in by Ocean. Kept in. Is it in? No, they're going to say it went out.
Wow, that's a surprising call, and it was still in.
I think from our angle we would have said it was in, but we don't have we have a different angle than the referees do.
Correct. Again,
this one cleared wide.
We're only commenting. We're not calling the game.
Yep. Shots remain 4-3 for the puck, but there hasn't been a real shot on goal in a long time, now that I think about it. Been some great defense, though.
Wonder when they're going to use their timeout to regroup. With 5 minutes to go, they have nothing to show for it.
It's pretty clear they need it. That shot is saved and cleared. Shots 4 apiece. This one fired in by Oshie, nothing there. Lawler trying to get around Rajan now. Nardi tries to knock this one down, finally gets his stick on it to knock it away, and the puck buddies again forced out of the zone. Under 5. This is played back, intercepted by Lawler, but recovered only as far as Nardi. Now Eisen looking. That's inside to Payne. Payne looking around the side. This one gets away. There's a shot and a save. Well, first save in a long time. Shot's now 5-3, and that one was just basically thrown against the pads, but it is still a shot. Now looking for somebody in the middle. Has Payne standing right there. Can't get through the defense to it.
I realize the puck buddies are trying to set up plays, but they should just go directly to the net, crash it at this point. They're still looking for the pretty play that will result in a goal, but you need something ugly at this point.
You need goals more than anything else, really.
You don't need any timely plays. You just need a crash.
Now Rajan has Berube with him. It's a 2-on-2 if they hurry. And Nardi with a beautiful clear. La Liberté knocks it up back to Rapolsky. We're at the 3:40 mark.
Now's the time to consider pulling your goalie for that extra attacker because they need something, anything to spark their offense.
You're down 2. There's no time to lose. So now they're probably sitting on the bench saying, let's see, what time do we name? Berube gets around. Shot is wide.
To be honest, I would have called the timeout about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. As soon as I'd imagine the next stoppage we might get one. Peter Doe in the corner now. Keeps this one in. Looking for Rajan, who just cut the other way. Now Van to clear this up to Nardi. Gets through Peter Doe and out. Doe plays it back to Payne, looking up for Rapolsky. They gain the zone around Grandstaff.
It almost looks as if the All Blacks are playing a 2-2-1.
I think I gotta wonder now, are the All Blacks playing to preserve the win or just not to lose?
I go for both. Preserve the win and not lose.
Oh yeah, I realize I realize that one accomplishes the other, but here we go. Pass to the center, intercepted.
Essentially, they're up 2. They figure that they don't have to put any more shots on goal and just they went to a defensive shell for most of the
heck out of this one here.
Of course, and they're keeping it deep in the offensive zone, which is frustrating for the puck buddies since we haven't seen from them all game that they can successfully transition from the defensive to the offensive zone.
Exactly. Anderson's shot is wide. Trying to cut around.
I mean, all they're doing is killing time right now. Yeah. They're doing it successfully.
Yeah, Peter Doe can't get the ball away from the opposition here. Played around the side to Valentine, who does her part, getting away from Rapolsky. Up to Grandstaff with a steal. We have 2 minutes to go, and the puck buddies can't even get out of defense. Up the side, they're looking for Berube again. He's going to race to keep this from being icing, does so. Looking to the center, that one is blocked by everybody. Now Casal the other way. Remember, the All Blacks can't afford this.
And it's a penalty.
136 left. 136 left. Power play.
And so for the rest of the game, or until they get that first goal, they're going to be on the power play.
So at what time do they call a timeout?
Well, they're not. That's the crazy part.
That's something I don't understand. They have so many opportunities, but they did pull the goalie.
Yeah, it looks like they're finally pulling the goalie.
Might be too little too late at this point. We shall see.
And now they call their timeout. 96 seconds left.
Not a good time management on their part.
It seemed like they let it go for a while, but they're going to have 6 skaters on 4 for the foreseeable future. The downside is that the All Blacks will have no restriction on icing and a wide open net to aim for.
Again, they're going to aim for that empty net goal just to get the 3-0 victory. Or so I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. Now, bear in mind, folks, if the puck buddies do score on the power play, we go into stop clock mode for the last minute, which in a 2-1 game could be the difference.
I wonder if the All Blacks goalie is going to pull a Mike Smith and try to shoot for the goal himself.
Wasn't that fun?
Hey, has it ever happened in the DCHL?
Not in this building. It hasn't.
Might as well give it a shot.
Indeed. This would be the time to do it too. I mean, you know that when you're a goalie, you see that wide open net on the other end. But the problem is, it's a double-edged sword. You try and make that play, you're playing it up the middle. Right. And if it gets intercepted, there's a lot of trouble the other way.
And goalies here really don't have that much time to use stick handling skills.
Right. Here's the face-off. All Blacks win it. There's their first chance down the center. It's tipped away by Doe, but it does force a clearance to the zone. 90 seconds left. Take the zone back. Layoff. Up to the center. Berube guarded by Liberté. There's a shot. Gets through. It is saved. Shot's now 6-3 in this period. There's just no urgency from the puck buddies. I can understand the All Blacks taking their sweet time, but what's the puck buddies' excuse? There's another save. That's kicked away by La Liberté. Beautiful. We have a minute to go. There's no icing when it's shorthanded. Remember that. Johnson keeps them from taking the zone. Shots are 7-3 in this period. It is 23-23 for the game.
Mike Johnson's looking for that hat trick. He's going to get it one way or another.
He wants it, but I think he'd settle for the win right now. That one cleared deep by La Liberté. Time very much not on the puck buddy side, and it looks like they're going to get their first regulation defeat in 13 tries. There's a high shot. This one knocked down by the goalie. Rebound is saved. And that one is off the mark. Another clear by Liberté. Doe can't bring it down, even though there's a high stick.
Looks like it's going to be it.
I think that's all she wrote. Lee Margolis. And there's Johnson. They're trying to finish it. Can't quite do it. Lee Margolis, 24 saves and a shutout of the puck buddies. Mike Johnson with both goals. I'm going to ask you, Brian, you've been here. Who gets the player of the game of those two? Because it's got to be one or the other.
Slight edge to the goalie. He really kept the puck buddies at bay. However, one can't argue against Mike Johnson for those 2 quick goals in the first period, as those were the difference makers. That set the tone for the rest of the game and essentially paved the way for a victory.
And they end up, and the All Blacks, there, see, I nearly did it. The All Blacks send the puck buddies to 1-1 on the season with a 2-0 shutout win. There you can see Lee Margolis leading the line, 24 saves. He gets first star. We'll talk to him after this. We'll be downstairs to make that happen.
You got the interval.